Hello. Yeah, hope you're doing good here, me. Might be a short stream tonight. I spent a lot of time today working on the rendering for the Foxander commission, so that should be wrapping up soon. I'm doing good. A bit tired. Yeah, we're gonna work more on the low poly model today. It's mainly going to be um, doing the texture layout and rigging, I think, tonight. So a lot more technical stuff, but that paves the way for hopefully tomorrow night being where we do all the texture work, and then texture work, and then doing the Unity setup for VR chat. Yeah, so that's the plan. Normally wouldn't stream on Sundays, just because I'm pretty worn out, but you need to get this one done, so I'm gonna push a bit more. I meant to do another stream of getting it done tomorrow as well. If we can just jump over. Here we are. So there we go. Armature. We can hide our utilities. So most of this is still mirrored, which is going to save us a lot of time, I think. Let's see how the fishing goes. So we can just start with the arms, maybe. So we are going to take let's see what you get. Ooh, black red eye, nice. Okay, so we're gonna do armature with empty groups. I'll just kind of go through this. There we go. We're not even doing that. We are going to do things kind of the old-fashioned way. Yep, they got their bones, even more bones than normal. You got eye bones. You got skirt bones, hair bones. Okay, so yeah, so this is upper arm L. Assign. Then we'll just do a bit of overlap here. And a little bit more here. And we will assign this to lower arm L. And then we can go with this, and it's going to go to hand L. And then thumb proximal. That is going to pretty much just be, I think, we will need to refine this quite a bit, but probably just this. And then we have these that we'll probably do. Oh, hey, Darko, how's it going? Thumb intermediate. And then we'll take these. These will be thumb distal. Then we have our index. Just making sure. Okay. And then we will add these to index proximal. And this will be thumb index intermediate. And this will be index distal. And we are middle proximal. And then we'll have our middle intermediate. Oh, hey, Lindsay, how's it going? Doing good? Yeah, we're just doing some rigging at the moment. And did you let me know if the music's too loud or not? I did some adjusting because audio was a little bit off when I was doing Super Battle Golf earlier. I'm not sure if I got it all back to how it was. Okay, so we have these, and then in this one, I'm probably gonna put it all here on the ring. And then we'll just do a slight amount of weight. On the pinky. I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, then I'll just this we'll put into the little proximal. We'll put these in the intermediate, and then we'll kind of put these on the middle distal. We'll definitely need to mess with that a bit more. We can test everything out a little bit. We'll need to adjust the elbow, of course. Actually, that's not too bad for a start. That's a fairly good deformation. And that feels good. Better than I thought. We'll just have to adjust the weight on the top more than anything else. Yeah, we'll need to probably add a little bit more, a bit of weight on this one, this edge here. And then thumb, we'll need to put a little less of that on the thumb for the inside here. So we could just do that now. We'll take this, go to the thumb, proximal, and remove. Whoops. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we'll adjust the weight on the kind of connecting bit here. And that is off. And that is also off. Oh, do I have normalize it? Do I have auto normalize on? That would not be good. It did. I mean, it wouldn't be the biggest thing in the world, but it would just be... Actually, I didn't even get into weight paint mode, so that wouldn't be the case. And what's going on here? Oh, wait, yeah. Well, let's see, if I come in here and mode, yeah, there, auto normalize is off. So that is interesting. Because that shouldn't be happening. If anything, it should be going further because I weighted fully. Okay, well, let's just try this. We'll go to thumb intermediate. We will select. Maybe we need to add this as well. That kind of helps. Yeah, so let's change this to like a 0.5 weight. Yeah, thank you. And good morning. You're having have a good day. Good start to a day. Okay, so This kind of feels okay. Still not sure. Oh, oops. Thumb intermediate, assign. Oh, thank you. And hot chocolate sounds quite nice. It's a little kind of warm here at the moment, but it is supposed to rain later this week, which is nice. I'm not sure why this is so strange. I mean, the phone roll is definitely off here. Actually, let's try our other phones. Okay, well, that's not right. Oh, I think I know what probably happened. Some of the naming probably got just kind of off. So we need to go to our index and remove that. Which might mean the rest might be off a little too. Nope. Okay, that's moving now correctly. Okay, that's good. I gotta remember to enunciate the word correctly, because my friend and mod is correctly, and don't want to do any false alarms for calling. Okay, that feels a little bit better. I will need to put a little bit of weight there on the proximal. I'll try his half again. Yeah, and normally I would use the actual weight paint tools, and I'll probably finesse things later on with them. But for the initial yeah, the kind of initial pass, I tend to prefer the control I get from doing it manually. Yeah, I should probably move these bones a little bit lower. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, so maybe I should probably just move all the weights uh, to just one finger. Yeah, easiest way to do that. Oh, not weight paint. You want to go to edit mode. Not what mode. We want to go to. Maybe we do want edit mode. Okay. Okay, so edit mode. So we want to go to little. We'll just remove. And then we will kind of just do what we did before. This will all go onto the ring. Along with this. And then intermediate. And then distal. So I guess I missed a okay. No, that means I see. So I accidentally selected it for the middle distal. So just remove it. There we go. And you can just smooth it out later. Honestly, not bad. We can move a few vertices. We can smooth things out a bit. And that'll be that. So now we can do this. And we'll probably keep this one fairly simple. Little empty groups. Well, let's make sure we have both of these here. Okay, so basically we will take everything here. In fact, maybe we'll just even take this whole thing. We'll find the shoulder, left shoulder. Shoulder L. We'll assign, and we'll take the rest of it, and upper arm L and assign. We'll probably, of course, clean it up. We'll definitely clean it up. So maybe we will see what happens if I kind of do this. I feel like that might work. Oh, hey, Baker, how's it going? Yeah, I'll definitely do some smoothing, but I feel like I prefer this over the alternative, which is to just have the entire thing parented. I mean, having the whole thing parented might not be terrible. So maybe we'll do that. We'll just take this. We have this loop, just shoulder, and maybe we'll just turn the weight down. Yeah, so we have a little bit just of kind of movement, and I think that might work better. I think we'll turn it down just a tad more. Yeah, because we just want a little bit of a deformation so it doesn't feel so static. Oh, saved a baby kitten. Nice. Hope the kitten gets taken care of. I know that Melanie Papone does a lot of taking care of stray cats and kittens. Seems like a tough job. But it's nice that people, take on the challenge. Maybe we'll just try to parent the whole thing. Just see how it looks. I mean, it feels a little mechanical, but it definitely is the most flexible without any kind of weird deformations. Yeah, I understand that. Because animals can be pretty expensive. Yeah, for me, I am very allergic to cats. Okay, we'll do this with empty groups. Come in here. Okay. We'll attach all of these to the toe. I think toes L will assign. We'll take these and we can probably do like 0.25 and also assign to toes. And then we will take everything here and we will assign it to foot L. And we can take this whole chunk and we can assign it to lower leg L. Oh, thanks for the blanket. And then here we will put this to the upper leg. I'll normally do this area with the weight painting just because I need it to be like multiple connections into the same point, basically. It can get a bit dicey. Yeah, so yeah, I'll handle this a lot more later. And then, but we can do some more here. So like, let's get to the spine. Okay, so we have root, that's down there. We have hips. And that is where we're probably going to attach a lot of this. So let's actually come back here so we can see our stuff. So this is hips. And let's hips, spine, chest. So we are going to do kind of a mix of some few transitional areas. So this we'll put onto the hips. Then we can take this and we will put this in the spine. And then we will take this and we'll put it into chest. Probably this as well. Chest, then neck, and then this is the head. And then there's definitely going to be some stuff that needs to be adjusted. We can test out our mesh a little bit here. Definitely need to put some more of this up there. Not the worst deformation, but we're going to need to mess with that more. Not overly fond of how this rotates and collapses. So I may need to either add a loop or adding a loop is probably going to be the best way to do it, but it is low poly. So let's see if we can just rotate this to make the deformation better. That does fix the deformation quite a bit. Now this kind of tells me I should probably move this back a bit. Like that deformation's good. I do think maybe, I'm trying to think, because this is the chest. So I think I need to lower this all a little. And then I think I need to add a bit more of this, just a little bit, to the chest. So we'll do like a 0.25. Yeah, I feel like that's a, might want to do a little bit more. So maybe we'll go with maybe we'll try 0.4. Okay, but that does collapse there, so that's partially because we don't have it on an edge loop. So let's see, if I put this on the edge loop, I put this further down. Oh, so the reasoning then is because I don't have the fall. Or maybe we'll try moving this forward. I think it might be collapsing a bit because I did push it back. Yeah, so that was a reason for the most part. There is something going on with the weights that is causing the back verts to not move as much as the front verts. So I may need to reduce the amount of weight on this on the spine. Okay, then I think we need to put this attached to the hips as well. We'll just assign it fully. And then I think, let's see, actually, which verts aren't attached to anything at this point? So it's mainly these ones here. So we can take this and assign it to the hips as well. And then we can probably take this. These middle loops aren't attached either, I think. So we come in here. I just assign this to the hips as well. Then we can mainly come in here with these. We'll assign a very small amount, maybe like a 0.25 to the upper leg L. Then we'll see how the deformation is. Yeah, so we will need a little bit more. So we'll need maybe a little bit. Like that seems like a decent collapsing for the front. We do need more up here. Oh, I don't have symmetry on. At least I was only editing the middle part before. We need more than that for this bit. We can probably make this like a 0.7. Let's try that. It feels a bit better. We're getting closer. Okay, so if we take this, maybe we'll do a 0.35. too much. A little bit better. Honestly, not the worst deformation. We'll probably want to put a little bit of this in there. It's feeling better. Probably have too much here. Let's go into edit mode here. And we'll come back from the ad. Okay, so let's take this and go back here. Make sure this is attached to the spine. Okay, that feels better. Oh, hey, Harper, how's it going? What are you up to? Oh, nice. I heard that's actually a really good game. So we have a lot of fun with it. Okay, I feel like that's feeling pretty good. And yeah, the Ninja Turtles games can be pretty. I mean, I guess it depends on which Team NT game, of course. But yeah, I could see how some of them can be tough. Then just how, what's the way to put it? How retro achievements can be. Yeah. Good luck with it. Like I remember even back in the day, it took a lot even just to like practice, being able to complete the game with the amount of credits that you're given. This is the spine. Let me just put a little bit of the hips there. Okay, so spine. Yeah, that sounds rough. But I think once you, I guess like was with anything, as you learn the meta, it gets a little bit more manageable. I'm not liking how this deforms, honestly. Like this gives me a sign that there's something that's not fully at 100%. Yeah, that's not a good deformation. So I think one of the issues is my hips are too... And then I need this attached to spine a little bit more. It's closer, but not exactly what I need. Yeah. When are you planning the Battletoads retro achievements run? I wonder what the achievements are like for that. Because it can't be harder than beating the game, right? Or is it something crazy like beating the game without the level skips? I really don't like how this collapses. I mean, granted, they're going to be moving. What's the individual origins? Yeah, like even when they both bend. So I need the chest to be more attached. That's a little bit better. But I need to avoid as much collapsing as possible. So maybe if I add this to the spine a bit more. Yeah, I guess when I should probably should be just be using the weight paint tools at this point for that kind of these kind of more nuanced elements. Yeah, or there's like probably like a extra hard level set or something. Head movement honestly feels good. I'll probably need to... Let's see. It's not terrible. It's honestly not bad. Yeah, then I'll want... this to attach to the shoulder. Yeah, Battletoads is Battletoads. I feel like the arcade game is probably going to be easier than the NES game. There we go, shoulder L. We're going to need the surrounding parts to probably be like a 0.5. The shoulder, this will probably be like a 0.25 as a baseline. Yeah, because we want that kind of thing going here with the chest where it widens if it goes back and kind of squish in. Oh, we do need, this is probably going to be like a 0.5. Maybe more later, we'll figure it out. I think that's good for now. Oh yeah, then the foot. Yeah, we'll need to kind of soften that a little bit. Like a 0.5 or 0.25 rather. On the lower leg. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Windbreaker? So foot, assign. Let's see what you catch. That feels better than I thought it would. Ooh, trout, nice. Yeah, this honestly isn't bad for the foot. Collapses a little bit, so I could probably improve this. By ensuring we know where our triangulation is going to be. And we can take these 2 points and we can assign to the toe a little bit. Yeah, so that lets it lift off a bit. And then we can come in here and probably take this and we can do like a 0.1. Assign. Also, I think that gives us more than enough to a movement because you normally aren't going to use too much of it. Probably even move this back a bit. Or would it be better if I just put it... Oh yeah, maybe we'll come in here. Knife tool. We can dissolve this edge. Oh, a perch, nice. But yeah, thanks for hearing me. Hope you get some good rest. Yeah, good night. So I'll move that. Yeah, so now we can move maybe this to have like a 0.25. This is an Engon, though. Do we need it, though? I just probably do that for now. Or, yeah. I'll probably need to redo the UVs anyways. But that is task number 2 on our list. Okay, and then let's see how the leg deforms. Honestly, not bad. Once we get to the actual weight painting, we'll finesse the back of the leg here. But honestly, that's pretty good. So I think that's for the body at the moment. I think that's good. So we got the hands, we got the shoulders, we got much the body. Let's do the tail next. With empty groups. So first let's find our tail. Assign to tail. Tail 1. Tail 2. Oops. Tail 3. Tail 4. And tail 5. We'll probably be doing a bit of smoothing on this one. Yeah. So this was... That's tail 2. Yeah, so this... Tail 4. And we'll adjust the amount. Did I miss a point for tail 4? Might just be placement being too perfect. Okay, so we do this, we can go into weight paint mode. Weights, smooth, weights, smooth, weights. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, that's the tail. This part will be easy because we're just going to do empty groups, and we'll just assign this to the head. And this we'll do empty groups. And then we'll come in here. This part will be attached to the head. Then we go down to the ribbon, or bow, I guess, bow L. Probably about this. Bow L assign. We'll do this, and we'll do bow L01. Yeah, maybe we'll also add this to the head to something around like a 0.7-ish. So now, yeah, that feels a little bit more connected. And then we'll probably do the same thing we did as the tail. Weight paint. Weights. Smooth. Weights. Smooth. Yeah, I think that'll work. Then we have the ears. Empty groups. These attached to the head. In fact, we'll just do it like this. Well, the middle ones will attach to the head at like 0.5. And then we take all of this, and then we go to ear, L, and assign. And there we go. Not overly fond of that. So you'll take this and do 10% weight to the head. See how it. Okay, too much. 0.7. Still too much. Maybe it was just 0.5 is the way to go. Maybe I just forgot to assign it earlier when I was doing the others. Oh, did I forget to click assign? And it is set 100% on the ear, right? Oh, yeah, that feels fine. I feel like I want to subdivide this, though. There's not a lot of geometry there, but I feel like what do we call this? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, right. But we need to make a vertex group for that. Move it up. And then, oh, that was the end of that playlist. Okay, So now we have that. We can come back in here. We'll assign. Realize we don't need it there. Or we do, we just don't need too much. Now we can come in here, can go into weight paint. Smooth. Smooth. Not overly fond of how that moves. This is fine. This is not. So we need to come in here. Let's try lowering this down. All right. Well, let's try removing this from your L. We need to reduce the amount of this on the top ear L. Probably a bit better. Yeah. Okay, so next we have the hair. So this is shoulder hair. Whoops. And that feels pretty good. And up here, let's see, so here, this is all going to attach to the head. We will put a small amount of this on back hair back. Actually, we want this weighted. Let's remove that. It's the head still down here. We'll sign. Then we come back here. And we go to hair back. Assign. We'll add a little bit of it over here. We go to the next one. Actually, we're going to do a similar thing over here and sign over there. Actually, so let's see how this moves. That's decent. We'll smooth it. It's decent. We'll smooth it a little bit. It's actually really good too. And that's good, but we'll definitely smooth that one. Okay, we will smooth. Honestly, that feels pretty good. We might smooth this the smallest amount. Whoops, that is not what I want. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, so next we just have the front bangs, and then that will be the rigging pretty much done. Oh, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so this will be a little bit more straightforward, I think. Empty groups. And then we can come in here. And this is all going to go onto the head. Then just like before, we can just do a little bit of weight. This is going to be bangs, front. Oh, are they both here? No, what is this one called? Oh, did I not name this one? Oh, no, wait. That's what we're doing. Hair side R. I see, okay. Assign. I think that's it for there. Yeah, I'll just need to airside R, lower this a little. That's feeling better. Yeah, there's not gonna be too much movement with this. I think we could probably smooth this out a bit just by putting a bit of a very small amount of the weight on hair side, the middle bone. Yeah, I think that helps a little. So I just have like a very stiff fizz bone, just to give a bit more life to the hair there. We have our front bang and our side bang. So we know that everything up here and here, honestly, all of this will just put on the head at full. And then we're going to have this on the front bangs. At full, we'll make this a very, very small sign. And then we know that this is going to be bangs front 1. And then we know that we're going to want to do a little bit of weight to get a bit more of a curve. In fact, we can probably do even a little bit, a very small amount of that bone there. Just give it more smoothness. And this will be fairly stiff as well, except for like less stiffness here. And that should give a good movement. I mean, we can increase this a little bit. So this is front bangs, bangs front. We can try this and see how it goes. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we come back here. We will, this is going to be side hair. Hair side R. Just going to go full assign. Actually, this is going to be hair side R and lower. We'll try full here. And then oh, that would be why. Okay, let's undo all that. And let's change the music, I think, because it was a bit bothering me a little. We'll put back what we had before, which is it's a Korean channel called Tiny Puppet Sound. I'll link them because I've been enjoying them a lot. Okay, let's try this again. Let's make sure we have all of our changes we want. That's good. Okay. Back to this. So you want this to be side bangs L or side hair side L. Well, thanks for the follow. Doing well. Pretty good movement. I feel like hey Digger, how's it going? Yep. Sometimes life do be like that. Just going. And we will do a very small amount. It feels like a decent fall off. Okay, so I think that's everything rigged. For the armature at the least. I still need to do blend shapes. That's the thing I can mainly do tomorrow. And then yeah, the plan for tonight for what's left is the UV layout. So, oh, Combrio, welcome in. Let me give you a shout out. How you doing? Oh, streaming replaced. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. But yeah, hope it was a good stream. Yeah, we're doing good. I'm just working on a new low poly model. Let's turn down the music just a little bit because it's a little intense at the moment. But yeah, we're working on this model. On the left, you can see the concept. It's Cranberri. They're a VTuber. And yeah, I'm working on their low poly model. You can see it here. Here I can hide the armature so you can get a look at the model itself. So doing a low poly model. You see, Replace came out 4 days ago. Graphics good. But everything else, oh, well, hopefully at least you could find some good enjoyment from the visuals and whatnot. Thanks for the follow. And I know streams can be tiring, so if you do need to get up, eat, sleep, stretch, or all the above, health always comes first. And this is a very lurk-friendly stream. And for those that don't know me, I'm Breadbotnik, and I do 3D art streams late at night. At least it's late at night for me. But yeah, I do a bit of low poly stuff, and I also do, I feel like I've still got some samples somewhere in here. Oh yeah, here we go. So I sometimes do high res, like stop motion models as well. And yeah, enjoy the lurk. Thanks again for rating in, and yeah, hope you have a good one. Yeah, so yeah, I'll do like some high res models, and then I have stuff like what I'm working on now, which is a low poly model. Yeah, welcome in. Let's see. Do I have anything else to show? I think that's pretty much it for now. At least that I have prepared. Oh, and thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, I'll get right to it. Oh, and I guess here's another example of like a low poly model I've done while I hydrate. Funnily enough, this low poly model was also done for a stop motion reactive rather than as like a full 3D model. But it still gets kind of the idea across for one of the styles I've done. Yeah. And thanks again for the follows. Yeah, we're all doing good. And yeah, so this is what we're working on. So it's a, tonight I'm working on the kind of modeling and rigging, or sorry, the, I've done the modeling, I've been working on the rigging, and I'm going to be working on the, texture layout. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so let me see. I can unhide the armature. So yeah, well, I've been just kind of working, making it so everything's attached. Still need to kind of clean up a little bit of it, but we got like kind of everything mainly moving in a satisfactory way. Oh, there we go. Just hit that select still. We have the hair moving. And yeah. So now I can hide the armature again. I'll probably save as a new version because it's always good to do. And we can just kind of start setting things up for UVs. So here's the UVs for the body. We'll just move those up for now. One kind of big thing to note is the body is going to have a number of areas. You can kind of see it in the concept over here. Asymmetry. So I think there's so many asymmetrical parts. It's probably going to be in my benefit to just have the whole like the arms. Well, not even the arms. Like I'll have like the majority of it be not mirrored in my texture layout. So it's going to be a little bit different from the other ones I've done where I packed it pretty small. I think in the previous ones I did like a 256 pixel by 256 pixel texture. This one I'm thinking I'll probably need to go with a 512 by 512. I don't know if I'll use all that space. But yeah. So I'm just going to move everything kind of into its own quadrant. We'll move this over there, move this over here. Move this down here. Let's see, is there anything I'm forgetting? Yep, these guys. So now if I select everything, oh, that's the tail. So we have everything kind of in position. I don't think that it'll make the tail won't be mirrored either. So I think for some of these elements, because I have finished rigging, like the skinning of them, I can start applying their mirror modifiers. And that way I can kind of better visualize how it's all going to fit together. If I come here, you can kind of see, I need to come in here, and base color, we'll just make it the checkered. Oh wait, shading. Oh, I guess it did undo my, yeah, I had a whole thing with the checker before. Yeah, I forgot what the hotkey was with the node wrangler. It's been a while. So I'll just do it manually. And then I just do a value for the scale. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. Yeah, so you can kind of see everything's fairly clean on the UV unwrap. And yeah, basically I'll just kind of use this more so later on. Get an idea for the textile density. Maybe just see if I can, before I texture next time, maybe I'll see if I can open up my old projects to get an idea of what the textile density was on those models. But yeah, so I think it's safe to apply the mirror on the tail. Okay, is I can. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we have the tail. So these all need to fit together. And some of these still haven't been properly mirrored yet. So we have like this. Yeah, so I'll just kind of, and I do need to have padding, so that's going to be important. Here's the ears. Let's see. We can mirror the ears. So they'll be fine as is here. Let's increase her size a little though, because they need it. Here's the bow. Just keep them together for now. Over here. In fact, we might even want to just organize it. Hey, Crickly, how's it going? Maybe I'll try organizing this in a way that kind of makes more sense. It's like we have the hair. Ears are kind of related to the hair. This I'll need to mess with more probably later because the bow is, not in a UV grid at the moment. All right. Okay, this is more hair, so we'll put that over by the other hair. There's some overlap too. Yeah. Yeah, eventually I'll need to make sure these all snap to the UV grid, I think. Like, to the pixels of the UV grid. Might not matter as much, actually, because of, probably going with a slightly higher texture sheet, but we'll see. Okay, so this is all the hand stuff. Let's align. Let's kind of just roughly move some of this around. Yeah, so we'll keep this one straight. Oh, hey, Thomas, how's it going? Hope you are doing well. is mainly aligned. I guess we can try aligning these. Honestly, this is probably close enough where we can... What worries me is I don't see it changing. Oh, because it's only the bottom of the hand is like... is here. Yeah, so it is... it looks fairly clean. Then we can probably align these. You know, the more difficult one is this. Well, it might not be as difficult. If I just do this. That's still a little bit difficult. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to align these. Well, I could always kind of cheese it. A little messy, but see if we try straighten. Okay. All right. Well, let's see which fish. Ooh, mackerel, nice. Okay, this doesn't seem so bad. So we have, these are our fingers. Make sure they feel to scale enough, I guess. You know, these are a little bit more. Then we have this one over here. Actually, don't know what. So this is a thumb. Okay, so that's going to be quite a bit longer, I think. Well, but let's see. If we take these and we scale them up, I don't know, maybe like squares, basically. So like that. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to keep a good balance of the you know, keeping it small, minimal as possible while keeping it clean. Um, yeah. It's one of the things where I feel like when I look back at it, I'm going to be like, oh, I should have done a million other things. But at the end of the day, I guess the important thing is to make sure it gets done, it gets done on time. And it's, you know, at a quality I can at least feel happy with. Then this should straighten fairly well. It's just a matter of this stuff going on over here. And I think it's kind of going to be more like this. So I can straighten these. And then this, of course, needs to scale up. That's about right. So because we're doing pixel art, we can kind of go with some kind of easier route, as it were, kind of stuff. Um, you know, I don't have to worry so much with you know, making things super seamless. Let's see what you fish. Ooh, a broken sword. Nice. Congratulations. Well, let's see. Am I missing an edge loop in here? I guess it should be more like this then. And this goes like that. Okay. And was this the thumb? Yeah. I probably should have just done the thumb by itself separate. And that's what that is over there. Would have been cleaner, but oh well. This will still work out fine. Let's make sure. This is kind of the main thing. I think that works. Now these probably are going to not need too much. And probably straightening doesn't work at all. But we can stack them all. Where are these merged? Okay. Actually, I realize that's not what I want. So I don't know which ones are which. Let's undo this. Okay, so that's the top one. That's a top one. That's bottom one. That's a bottom one. That's a top one. That's a bottom one. Top. That's a top. Hey Bray, how's it going? You are doing well? Yeah, I'm doing good on my end, just getting work done. It's doing a bit of setting. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hope your studying's going well. I'm just working on this model, trying to get it, making sure it gets all done in a good quality and time. It's currently just doing the UVs, prepare for the textures. So I'll do the textures next time. I should probably tomorrow night. And yeah. So the plan is I did the rigging tonight. I'm doing the UV layout. And then yeah, tomorrow night I will do the textures, blend shapes, and then the Unity setup for VRChat. I might do the Unity off screen, depending. But yeah. Okay, here's the nails. So these goes with the fingers. And this is part of the arm. So let's scale this down a little bit to kind of get closer to, yeah, like around there. So this is our whole arm system. So we'll move it up here. Move this down here. I should probably put a little bit more space between everything here though. I think that's good spacing. Maybe we'll put this here. Make these a little bit bigger. Put this here maybe. It's gonna be very basically invisible, so I'm gonna put it there. And there we go. So this is our arm section. Here's the shoulders. We can shrink that down a tad. It's pretty clean. Yeah, let's move these a bit. This gives everything a little bit more breathing room. And of course, we're going to need to... Actually, I think I should be able to get away with mirroring the arms. Because I can just move the single ring finger out. Oh, but it needs to go all the way around. I really should have unwrapped the fingers a bit different. I could still do it. It'd be a bit of a pain. Let's see. The idea would be just to individually unwrap each finger. That would be a lot cleaner. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So we're just gonna take this whole thing here. We're gonna clear our seams. So we're gonna mark our seam there. I'm just gonna do it for all these like this. Mark seam, and then we just gotta get the one in here. And then we will mark our seams here. And then probably just from here to here, here to here, we'll do the inside. We'll do here to here. And then we'll just do here. So now if I just select this part of the arm, I do a UV unwrap. We're left with these. Oh, but I didn't do... Let's undo that. Because we've already UV unwrapped the see, can I deselect linked? No. Okay, so we are going to just do select linked, and then we'll just do the UV unwrap. There we go. So it saves our little guys over there. And then over here, we'll just move these down. And we can just straighten UVs. Just kind of align the stragglers ourselves. Can align auto. Let's just straighten. Thanks for the follow. Hey, how you doing? And welcome in. I'm just doing some UVs, prepping 3D or textures for 3D. I guess prepping the 3D model so I can start doing textures in 3D. I'm gonna assume this is the thumb, right? Yep. It's got the extra loop. Then we got our guy over here. Let's make sure these are in order. Nope, so I'll swap this over here. Needs it a little bit more. That feels about right. I think these can probably move. Probably more like that. So that's the edge there. So this actually does seem like a good distribution. Okay. So let's just make sure that they are decently spread out. We can scale them to, so we don't want to scale everything. We want to just scale these to roughly the size. Something does seem off because this is supposed to be the arm, right? So how are these guys? And I guess it kind of sort of works. Well, thanks for the follow. And welcome in. Okay, and then I think we can rotate these guys. And they can follow the edge. Okay. Oh, something else is overlapping there. Yeah, the sleeves. This is on the inside, so that's definitely going to need a lot less space. Just scale it down. I feel like I'm missing... Oh, that is part of it. Okay. Let's see which a fish. Right. What is that? Orange spined unicorn fish. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like everything else here is over there. Yeah, orange-spined unicorn fish. So we already have this guy. Okay, if everything is accounted for there. We did these. We did the tail. So what's left is the body. And this is where we... Why am I missing some? Oh, it's the foot, isn't it? Yeah, so I just need to... Yeah, I can just... I'll just project. Let's see, top, reverse, project from view. Then we just match the density to about there. Okay, so that's fixed. So this is pretty much everything, I think. This is the full part that goes under the neck. You can align the edges so we have a clean grid. See, do we have a distribute thing in here? Because that'd be nice. Oh yeah, we do have distribute. I'll have to definitely use that more later. Let's see. That's the neck. So, you know, since the neck does get a lot kind of longer, I think I'll keep that larger even if they technically align. But I will keep them close together though, so I'm going to move. So I think these, let's see. I may want to make the neck unmirrored. And then we have this. This definitely needs to get mirrored though. And this is the front. Yep, that's good. And I'm going to assume this is the back. No, this is the head. So put that here. So we'll just keep things organized. Speaking of which, I do think the neck needs to get, yeah, a bit longer. Well, and a bit wider, I guess. So maybe I'll just, yeah, keep it like this. I can probably shrink it down a little though. Yeah, so I could merge these. And technically that would, you know, make it seamless, but it's would not probably be the best thing to do. Definitely need more in the face. That feels much better. Well, that was the end of that one. So these parts I feel like feel good. I think I will want this actually aligned just as a grid though, even if it does cause a little bit of distortion. I think I could do it like that. And let's see, do I need, yeah, this will probably get mirrored. I think we're going to want that mirrored. Now I think the feet can probably stay mirrored. Ooh, red eye fish. Very fitting considering it's almost 3 a.m. here. Well, speaking of which, I should probably freeze raids. Because we'll probably be wrapping up sooner than later. Okay, and then where does this go? So this is the pants. So this will go like above here. Feet go down here. Yeah, let's yeah, let's see. Is there a way for us to easily, I mean, we could have done the same thing, I guess, we did for the fingers. Oh, it's about 3 a.m. Well, I guess I could always just separate it in here. Oops. Let's try this. Use for the line. Align. Oh, did it stop? Yeah, it started me at the wrong spot. There we go. Okay. Then this, I think we can just straighten. Nope. Okay. So maybe if I do this and this, then I can straighten. And there we go. Then we can take this and we can do the same thing. Maybe I should have kept that attached. I mean, yeah, let's see. Because if we do this, yeah, we could do that. Actually, let's undo this because, yeah, we can. Yeah, this is the one we want. Separate. And then we can select this, straighten. Let's undo that. Okay, so if I separate this, I guess I can just manually do it. So let's. Well, yeah, I'll definitely go to sleep soon. Yeah, I'm not too tired. I'm normally awake at this time. This is normally like it's kind of like my quiet time to be able to get work done and focus. It's strange looking unwrap, but it does feel a bit cleaner than it was. And we'll just keep the foot the way it is. This does feel like it needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. You could always shrink it down a little bit. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So let me just double check to make sure there's nothing. Okay, yeah, we can mirror those. So we can let's just double check what orientation this is. That's the bottom. So everything here, actually, this too. So let's move this up. Now this should be the same. So this is going to go kind of in our mirror column over here. And all of this we can place. I'll put it down here for now. So this is all the legs. So maybe we can move the tail down. See, maybe we can readjust this in a way that'll maybe like this. Yeah, I think everything should be able to fit in there. And we can still have a little bit of space for figuring out textile density, maybe. The leg still does feel a little distorted. Ideally, it'll be like that. Kind of like, so maybe just stretched it too much. I mean, it doesn't hurt too much to have the extra. I mean, it looks a little bit weird, but we'll go with this for now. Though it probably would be better to have an even distribution between these two. Actually, yeah. I'll just go with this for now, and then we can auto align. So if we do this and we just select all of this, we can separate by selection. So these are good, mirrored. This we're going to want mirror UVs. Then we will save as a new file. We'll apply our mirror. Might not be a bad idea to keep the extra space. Let's see what's. Oh yeah, let's merge. Oops. Oh, right. These are two different legs, so these don't these don't connect. Okay, so these are part of the leg. So where's our other leg bit? Or other leg stuff is over there. So we could probably move these over here. And we can maybe stack them. That'll give us more room as well for them. And let's organize them. So this is the right side. So let's make it so left and right are here. And then we can scale them a bit. And then let's make sure they're even. There is kind of a squished square look to these, so they probably should be like around there. That's better. I mean, I could just put them this way and then that'd be fine. They're probably easier to paint on. They give these guys their own little corner. Probably just move the tail and put it wherever we want, honestly. And these go here. So technically they should go. We're going to just keep these like organized. Yeah, they should go here. So if I select kind of all of these, it's, there's the hair, but there's all the leg stuff. Now this feels like it should, yeah, there we go. And it'd be a little bit taller. And let's see, what is this again? Hair. Um, you can just kind of move them up here. We'll just give the body kind of over here. Let's spread things out a little bit more. We're probably gonna have like a few extra little things here and there. They're definitely not gonna take up a whole lot of space either. So I just want to make sure that if there's any texture filtering, we don't run into any issues. Okay, so this is the foot. We can move the foot down here actually. Let's see, so foot here gives us good. Foot here. Or do I just, let's see. No, not down there. I'll just put them over here. Where they, well, maybe I'll put them in a line. And then they can just fit down here. Ample padding. Yes, we have a good amount of space here. We're probably going to have a few extra bits and bobs. But since I already kind of know what kind of elements there'll be, I won't get into the way too much. It'll be easy to add. Let's move these over here. And let's space this out a bit more. See, which one's this? Oh, there's the bow. So we could just take the bow and move all of it down here. Yeah, so that gives that space. I can move the head over a little. We could give more texture space to the hair though. Oh, hey, how's it going? Is that a rainbow big ham? Nice. It's a very good emote. Big ham always has really good emotes. Yeah, hope you're doing good. Oh no, the saddest of hamsters. Yeah, I need to catch more big cam streams. The one that I lurked a little bit in that I really enjoyed was Guild Wars, like the original one. Never thought I'd say that ever again, like on Twitch. But a very welcome thing to see. I actually still have my boxes for Guild Wars and then the one of the expansions. Yeah. Hopefully there'll be some more big game streams. But life can get busy. I know that when it's gotten busy a number of times. Okay, the banks can still use more space, I think. Yeah, like that. And these can still also. Okay, yeah, well, we have some spots still in here for extra stuff. So I think that feels good, I think. I can probably increase the size of the tail textures just a tad. Okay, so that seems good. Um, that is a top. Move these over here. Okay, the shoulder sleeves probably need a bit more. Let's see, which part are you? You're inside, not you. These parts. Okay. These are fairly far apart. They can go together a little bit. Okay, then I think the last thing I need to do specifically is, let's see, it was, okay, so the ring, so that's here. see if I do this, I can move this down here. Move these over a little. Which lets me move the palm over here. Which would let me put this finger over here. Then we can just take these and then move these down a little. Okay, so yeah, that lets us do the ring finger. We have this, which we can move down more. The arms need more. Let's see, where are our arms? That's the arm. Like the hands seem fine, just the arms themselves. Yeah, like that. So if we align it like this, we can shift our fingers here. We moved everything else down, so we can move it back down again. Okay, I think this is going to work as the UV layout. We still have a few extra spots where we could put additional things, like if we wanted a little extra bits and bobs, stray hairs, accessories, that kind of thing. And then we'll handle more of that when we get to the texturing stage. But we got, yeah, so tonight we got the UV layout done. Like we're still gonna have the face as well. That's gonna be a little bit different, but it's very easy to set up the UVs there. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of that. Basically just be copying our face mesh. Or as much of it that's going to actually be used. So normally it's like around, normally it's like this much. Maybe this if we have to do the eyebrows as well, which we probably do. So, and you can see it's already kind of like a square, or close enough, I guess. And basically, I'll just duplicate this. I'll just expand it slightest amount, separate it into its own selection, and we'll recombine it later on. But yeah, so we just take this and we move this. You can advance into its own quadrant. You can see they really this grid, and this is going to be important when we work later on. Because we need to figure out kind of, we have A, E, U, A, O. So we can always decide, like, you know, if we're going to have it all be on one row or not. Then we do like A, E, we have default. So silent A, E, U, E, O. Then we have like look left, look right, and we'll probably separate this as well between the eyes and the mouth. Yeah. So yeah, we have look left, right, up, down, the vowel sounds, silent, and then I generally do like an angry, sad, kind of surprised. So then basically I tally up what I need in terms of the rows and columns and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of how that goes. Yeah, we'll do all that tomorrow. Tomorrow night. But yeah, so we can just rename this. We'll call it like face. And but what we do later on is after we kind of set it up as, you know, our kind of grid of expressions, we then basically just make a mix of blend shapes that yeah, so it'll make a bunch of copies of the geometry, and they'll have the UVs offset by very set amounts. And then I yeah, do blend shapes to kind of basically hide them inside and outside of the face, because it's going to use transparency. Yeah, and that's the idea. Hey, Balsai, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing good. I think we're pretty much wrapping up for the night. It's yeah, getting close to 4 a.m. My time. But yeah, we got all the UV unwrapping done. Like we have, yeah. If we hide this, thanks for the follow. Yeah, if we just hide this for now, we can see. This is our UV layout for now. So this will be good. Everything's spaced out, so we should be good for texturing. And the general kind of textile density seems fairly even throughout, which is pretty good, especially considering how much of it's aligned to a grid. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they're turning out. And yeah. And let's unhide. There we go. We'll just make a new collection actually for the face. We'll call this faces. And yeah, so we can head over. Let's see who we can raid over to. And thanks everyone for stopping in. It's been nice to be able to hang out. And yeah, I'm gonna do another one of these tomorrow. The easiest way to see when I'm streaming is generally by following on Twitch. Sometimes a lot of times I'll, you know, post on Blue Sky and whatnot. And I think the links for that is in like the bio panels below. But yeah, sometimes I'm just tired and just do very short streams, or potentially short streams. I'll be too tired and like not post if I think it's like too small of a stream. So yeah, just Twitch notifications is the best way. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. How you doing, Saw? Hope you have a good night. And yeah, let's see who we'll raid over to. I see one other person doing art. Well, I guess two. Yes, we can raid over to Fumaru. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm normally very off from my own time zone, so that's how it goes. But yeah, let's raid over to Fumaru. And yeah, have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you later. Yeah. Okay. Head off and yeah, bye-bye.